Scene 13.
Rose shoved a battered wooden tub into the cramped upstairs room, its staves dark with old damp, then fixed Kit with a stern look. "Sit," she ordered, pointing at a stool. "I'll fetch the hot water. Won't take long." Kit eased down, holding her throbbing arm. "You don't have to." "Hush," Rose said before leaving. Kit looked down at herself. Her shirt was stiff with blood, and her slops were covered in filth. Her bandaged arm ached, and the soles of her feet felt like they'd been flayed raw. She was more exhausted than she'd realized. After a few minutes staring blankly at a knot in an exposed timber in the wall, she blinked and bent down stiffly to inspect her feet. They were scraped and bloody from running across roof tiles half the bloom close. Rose staggered back into the room with a steaming ewer and poured it into the tub with a hiss. "Couple more trips should do it," she said. "Blessed martyrs! What happened to your poor feet?" "'Twas a long bloom close," Kit said tiredly. "Tell me about it." Rose puffed out her cheeks and tucked a stray lock of hair behind her ear. "6 cullies all in a row. My purse is worn thinner than my kirtle. I'll fetch something to put on them. Just sit tight. I'll take care of you, never fear." Kit leaned back against the wall and sighed deeply. She must have fallen dead asleep, because the next thing she knew, Rose was shaking her shoulder gently and calling her name. Kit stirred groggily, her eyes heavy as she registered Rose's voice. She cracked an eye open, and Rose smiled. "Up now," the tiny whore said brightly. "Afore it cools. Stand up. Let's get you out of these awful clothes." Kit nodded, half asleep as Rose took the bloody dagger from the loop of cord around her waist. "Aye then," Rose ordered. "Arms up." Kit obeyed, too tired to process what was happening, as Rose peeled her shirt over her head and tossed it on the floor with a grimace. Then she looked back at Kit and frowned. "Did you injure your ribs too or something?" She plucked at the wrap binding Kit's breasts. "Oh, skein," Kit groaned, crossing her arms over her chest and hugging herself. "'Tis nothing, just bruised is all. You've done more than enough. I've got it from here. Wouldn't be proper." "Proper my eye," Rose said, stepping back and studying Kit critically. Her eyes widened in realization, and she shook her head. "Just my luck. The first cock I've actually wanted in forever, and you've nothing down there, do you?" "Course I do," Kit protested. "Prove it. I'm not dropping my slop so you can gape at my yard," Kit snapped. "Take a lot to make me gape," Rose laughed, then pointed at Kit's chest. "Take it off. Prove you don't have a set of paps under there. I dare you. Or don't you have the stones?" Kit met Rose's eye. "You can't tell anyone. Swear you won't." "Flay me!" Rose kicked the stool over. "You had to be a damned girl. I should have known it." She huffed and shook her head, then laughed bitterly. "Guess I won't be seducing you then, eh?" "Oh well, come on then. Off with those nasty slops and that filthy wrap squeezing your tits flat. You might be a girl, but you still need a bath. Nothing to be shy about now, is there?" "I'm in trouble, Rose," Kit said. "Swear you won't tell anyone." "Fine." Rose rolled her eyes and traced a line from her brow to navel. "I swear to Almighty Shold and his flayed skin, and all 1,000 of his blessed martyrs, I won't tell a single living soul you've had nothing down there all the while I was dreaming of a cock. And the Fey King." "What?" "Oh, fine. And may Oberon bear witness of my vow." She spat off to the side twice. "Satisfied?" Kit nodded and slowly unwrapped her binding, letting it fall to the floor. The brass puzzle tube clattered on the boards and Rose picked it up. What's this? She asked, trying to open it. I'd forgotten about that. Kit took it from her. Nothing, probably. I just found it. Kit set it back down on the floor and then removed her slops, adding them to the pile. Looks like a lady's perfume case. Rose then pointed at the pile of Kit's clothes on the floor. I don't think those can be saved. They're rags for the Jakes now. Only clothes I got, Kit said. I'll find you something. You wouldn't believe what cullies leave behind. We got boxes of clothes and junk in the cellar. But first, we need to clean you up. You're a mess. Rose gingerly touched at the spreading rash under Kit's breasts and frowned. The ointment I've got for your feet should help with that too. And I might know a charm or two for clear skin, eh? Aye then, into the bath with you. I can see I've got my work cut out for me. You really don't have to. Nonsense. Rose took Kit's hand and guided her to the tub. Kit stepped in, yelping as the hot water stung her foot. Gritting her teeth, she put the other foot in and then sat down carefully, the water up to her waist. The tub wasn't large, and she had to sit with her knees pulled up to her chest. Her feet burned like the martyrs. Rose poured hot water over Kit's head and worked her hair with a bar of tallow and lye soap, scented faintly with lavender. Your hair's a real pretty colour, Rose said. Not at all like scarlet, nor like a shiny mew farthing. I wish my hair was copper like yours, or golden like Chastity's, or even raven black like Grace's instead of, I don't know. She laughed. The colour of your bath water. Nothing wrong with your hair, Kit said, but she laughed too. Worrying about hair colour seemed so trivial. She'd just killed a man, her second murder now. Rose lifted Kit's arms and scrubbed her down, taking care to be gentle where the rash had spread. She hummed a rustic tune Kit recognised from the provinces. You're not from Cramspire? Kit asked. No, Fryhaven. Fryhaven? Kit couldn't believe the coincidence. What brought you to the capital? Work, Rose said simply. Kit snorted. What, not enough work for a whore in the provinces? Rose stopped scrubbing. I'm sorry, Kit said, turning around. I didn't mean it like that. Nothing wrong with being a whore. You think you're better than me because you thieve with those rogues instead of spreading your legs? No, I didn't say that. Kit flinched and brushed wet hair out of her eyes. I mean, we all have to make our way best we can, right? I don't judge how one chooses to make a living. Rose scowled, and the soap slipped lightly in her grip. I didn't choose this life. You think I enjoy getting swived for a halfpenny a poke? Cankered louts ploughing my field all flaying bloom close until I'm too raw to walk in the blooming. I didn't ask to be a whore, Kit. My pa sold me to the skin men when I was 9 to pay his card habit, aye? When I got my first moon's blood and was too old for their clients' tastes, they sold my indenture to old Rue and shipped me off here. I'm just trying to save enough coin to buy myself out of this festering pit. But 'tis never enough. I'll be a walking cock lane until I die of the pox. Rose's eyes were hard, but they brimmed with hot tears. She wiped her nose roughly with a fist and stood, spinning for the door. Kit shot up and grabbed her arm, pulling her back. Truth is, I didn't exactly choose this life either, Kit said quickly, dripping water onto the floorboards. She paused. Rose didn't need to know the details. I was an actress. Less than that even, just a travelling player, and something bad happened. So I ran. I ran a long way and I'll probably have to keep running. I'll be running until they hang me. Hang you? Rose sniffed. Aye, Rose, I'm a base, craven wench, far worse than any whore. Kit tilted her head and made Rose meet her eye, then cracked a smile. The broadsides say I'm a wicked, freckled troll. Rose's mouth twitched. Then she gave a hiccuping laugh. You're in the broadsides. You are a base, craven wench. She wiped her eyes with her palms before brushing Kit's arm lightly, pointing to the tub. Aye, then, back in the bath with you. Kit grinned and turned as Rose slapped her rump, eyes still wet but glinting. Water's cold now, Rose said. But that's your fault, not mine, you wicked, freckled troll.